Dear students, in the today's class we are going to start with LU decomposition. So what exactly L stands for and what exactly U stands for, that we will discuss first, and then we will move towards what exactly LU decomposition is. So let us start. So first of all, we are going to talk about lower triangular matrices. So there are two types of matrices that are important while discussing LU decomposition, and that is nothing but lower triangular matrix and another one is upper triangular matrix. So first of all, let us talk about lower triangular matrix. A square matrix A, this is the notation I am using as Aij, is said to be a lower triangular if all entries above diagonal are 0. That is nothing but Aij is equal to 0 for I is less than j. Now what is the meaning of this notation? Let us see that first of all. So let us talk about a 3 by 3 matrix. So since Aij is the notation used to represent entries of a matrix A, so in other words it is nothing but A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A33. So this is the notation that we are going to follow in this definition. Now according to the definition, Aij means all these values of Aij is 0 for I is less than j. So I represents the first number and the j represents what? The second number. So as you can see, where I less than j is happening for which entries? Definitely for A11 it is not satisfied because I is equal to j actually in this case, but we are interested where we are interested in the values for which I is less than j. Here you can see that 1 is less than 2, 1 is less than 3, here as well 2 is less than 3. What about A21? You can see that 2 is greater than 1 there. So this condition is not satisfied, that is I is less than j. So therefore these are the only 3 entries of the matrix for which you can say that I is less than j is satisfied, or you can say that these are the entries above diagonal. Now what do you mean by diagonal of a matrix? Whenever you are having a square matrix, the values for which I is equal to j are called as diagonal entries. So over here these are our diagonal entries, and the entries above this diagonal should be 0, and if this is happening, then the matrix is said to be a lower triangular matrix. Now the question is how to remember it. Remembering is simple. Simply, if in a square matrix the lower triangle is present, why the word triangle is used? There might be some reason, right? So if you focus on these entries over here, so you can see that these entries may be present in our lower triangular matrix, and this entries is forming a triangle, right? So there are two triangles formed by a square matrix. One is upper triangular and one is a lower triangular. This is called as lower triangular. And what about the upper triangle? Yeah, this one. Okay, over here this will be called as the upper triangle. So this is our lower triangle, and if this triangle is present in certain matrix, then we call it as a lower triangular matrix. Now note that these all entries may be 0 as well, because they are not talking about the diagonal entries and the entries below diagonal. They are only talking about the entries above diagonal. So they are saying that the entries above diagonal should be 0. So they are not saying anything about the diagonal entries and the entries below diagonal. So that entries may be 0 or may be non-zero as well. So let us see few examples of lower triangular matrices. So first example is first of all a 2 by 2 matrix, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is a simple 2 by 2 matrix, right? Now this is diagonal, isn't it? These are the diagonal entries. So if the entries above this diagonal are 0, let us say somewhat like this. Now this is an example of what? A lower triangular matrix. I will denote it by L1. Now let us go for L2. Now a 3 by 3 matrix, 1, 0, 0, 0, 5, 6, 0, 0 and 0. Okay. So in order to avoid the confusion, just I will write 5, minus 1 and 7. Again, this is also example of lower triangular matrix. As you can see, the entries above the diagonal are 0, and if I take these entries to be 0, still it is a lower triangular matrix, but it is also a upper triangular matrix now. Okay, we will come towards the definition of upper triangular matrix later on. Moving towards the next example, if all the entries are 0, the null matrix, this is also a lower triangular matrix because these entries are 0. So whenever we talk about a lower triangular matrix, we just focus on the entries above diagonal. If they are 0, then we say that it is a lower triangular matrix. Now moving towards the next definition, that is upper triangular matrix. The definition is similar, only it says that the entries below diagonal should be 0, and they are represented by aij should be equal to 0 for I is greater than j. So in other words, if I want to represent it as a 3 by 3 matrix, so the entries below diagonal should be 0. So all these entries will be present, right? Let me write down matrix first of all in terms of our notation. Yeah. Now you can see that clearly upper triangular is present, right? So whenever upper triangular is present, we will say that it is a upper triangular matrix. And in other words, the entries below diagonal should be 0, then that matrix is called as a upper triangular matrix. Let us see some examples. U1 is equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6 0 0 and 0. So you can see that this is the simplest example of upper triangular matrix, because you can see that the entries below diagonal are 0, or in other words, the upper triangle is present. In this way you can remember. As you can see, this triangle is present, thus it is an example of upper triangular matrix. Now note that again a usual diagonal matrix, this is upper triangle as well as a lower triangular matrix, because you can see that all the entries below diagonal are 0. Whenever we say that all the entries below diagonal are 0, it is upper triangular matrix, and once we say that all the entries above the diagonal should be 0, then it becomes a lower triangular matrix. But for this particular matrix, both the conditions are satisfied. So this is upper as well as lower triangular matrix. Now moving towards the next example. Now if you see this particular example, still it is an example of an upper triangular matrix, because you can see that all the entries below diagonal are equal to 0. Is that fine? Okay. या अप्पर ट्रायंगल मध्ये एक जरी एंट्री नॉन झिरो असेल, देन वी विल से दैट द अप्पर ट्रायंगल इज प्रेजेंट and it is called as a upper triangular matrix. Even if this entry is 0, still it will be called as a upper triangular matrix. Yeah. And therefore the name to our topic is LU decomposition. Okay, L stands for lower triangular matrix and U stands for what? Upper triangular matrix. Now we will move towards the definition of LU decomposition. So what exactly LU decomposition is? It is nothing but factorization of a square matrix A as a product of lower triangular matrix and upper triangular matrix. It means, suppose you are having certain square matrix, and if you are able to write that square matrix as a product of upper triangular matrix and lower triangular matrix, then we say that it is a factorization of A, or in other words, it is called as the LU decomposition of our matrix A. So a factorization of a square matrix A as A is equal to LU, where L is lower triangular matrix and U is upper triangular, is called as LU decomposition of a matrix A, or sometimes it is also called as LU factorization.